Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D to the E, and we are here with another one. Hope you're feeling good today. Hope you're getting through all this craziness in this world. But let's talk about the new world, as we wish we could create for our own world. But nonetheless, we finally got some additional information regarding the updated consumables, food and drinks, stuff that has to do with the potions and tonics and weapon coatings and equipment. So we're going to kind of go over that today. As it stands, it looks like what they've added to the game is a lot of what you would normally see in an MMO regarding food and potions and stuff like that. But we're just going to kind of briefly skim over what they've already added. Now, what it looks like is there's going to be different tiers of food that you're going to be able to use throughout, depending on what you're fighting or what style you are. Or they're gonna have different levels. There's certain foods that you can use only at level 5, certain foods you can only use level 50, and they provide different buffs and whatnot. So let's take a look. We have a picture release kind of showcasing the different types of food. I'm sure there's a lot more than this than what we see here, but we have stuff like, let's see, the herb roasted squash. On use, recover health for a short time. Recovery stops if damage is received. Provides a small increase of base gear score of items crafted by engineers. All crafted food grants an invigorated effect, which provides slow health recovery and additional constitution for 20 minutes. Constitution is like the health. So it gives you like extra health, and then it also provides a regeneration effect for that health. Now, what it looks like the differences for these different foods is they all seem to have recovery health for a short time, but that stops when you're in combat or if you take damage. But it looks like the only difference is the gear score upgrade depending on, so looking at the wild berry dish, it only provides a gear score for items crafted by arcanists. And if you're looking at the steak and eggs, it provides a strong ward against damage from beast type enemies. So, you know, you're going to be eating these things depending on what you are and what you're doing. Obviously, the salt crusted fish, you're looking at the only difference is it grants a powerful ward against the lost type enemies. So depending on what you're fighting and where you're at, foods will take benefits. They'll provide buffs and increase your defense against whatever type of enemies you're currently fighting or what you're doing, enhancing your stamina recovery, stuff like that. So it's not really too much on food, but you kind of get the gist. It's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you eat stuff, it gives you stuff. That's how it works. Moving on to potions and tinctures. Both are small vials of drinkable substances that grant specific bonuses. So for instance, potions provide a general magical effect that lasts several minutes. You might drink a potion and increase your carrying weight, the inventory, or increase your defense against a particular elemental type such as lightning. So conversely, tinctures take effect instantly. In the majority of cases, it doesn't linger like you would with potions. So health and mana tinctures are a common example of this. You want a quick recovery, health or mana while in combat, then that's the way to go. So basically that would be your more traditional thinking when you take a potion like a, you know, Diablo or something like that. You take the potion and it just like boom, hits you real quick, like any other game. So looking at a picture of this, you can kind of see we have the healing drop, which on use restores a small portion of your health with the gear score kind of labeled with that, and also a level. I'm assuming that these get, you know, if you think of like World of Warcraft, something like that, you know, rank 1 as it goes up. The more you level up, the higher the tier goes, the more it gives you as far as like the amount and whatnot. So you have the burn bomb, which is on use, removes burning effects. So, you know, maybe there's going to be some dot effects, some things that we're going to have to deal with. Maybe there might be reason to use that. I really hope that it doesn't end up being one of those situations. I know that a lot of these games, you know, they'll have like tons of different types of things, but you only use like 3 of the 17 potions that they have available to you. So I hope that that's not going to be an issue. I really hope that this is going to be utilized a lot. You're going to have the ability to be like, oh man, if we're going to this fiery area or this fiery mob, we're taking this sludgy, fiery damage. We're getting, you know, it makes it adds an element of challenge, in my opinion. Strong void defense booster on use, increase void absorption by 15% for 3 minutes. Only one boost can be active at one time. So this one will be used obviously if you're trying to absorb some void damage. And then you also have the powerful fire defense booster, which is going to be used to absorb some fire damage. So if you're bringing in like, you know, fire booster with burn bomb, I'm assuming they're also going to have something, maybe it's going to be like a void bomb or, you know, a shadow bomb or I don't know, something like that. But you can kind of see the difference in the levels. Not only that, you can see the difference, you know, from level 1 to level 35 Obviously the gear score difference, level 60 gear score difference. So again, pretty self-explanatory, not really too complicated to understand. Weapon coatings are the key to gaining an advantage in combat against various creatures in Aeternum. They can be crafted at camp once you reach your required level for this, for the specific type of coating you want. You may also find them as looted items on your adventures. Weapon coatings apply to a weapon and granted a categorical damage bonus against a particular family of creatures. So applying a corruption coating to your weapon will enhance your damage against corrupted enemies. Looking at a picture of this, you have, let's see, distilled wrath coating. Distilled wrath coating you use to a currently drawn weapon. You give it a small damage against a certain NPC type. It lasts for about 5 minutes, or if you unequip the weapon, it'll basically take it off as well. Only one coating can be applied to a weapon at a time, and the coating stacked with the weapon trait. So whatever trait is on the weapon, you also get the coating too. So this is something, again, that you've seen before in many other games. Usually like on a rogue class, something like that, something that has to do with poisons or something like that. But it looks like it's going to be used across the board. You got the concentrated corrupted coating, you got the strong beast coating, and you got the powerful angry earth coating. Again, really the difference is, the concentrated corrupt coating is damage against corrupted. You have the strong beast coating is extra damage against beasts, and the powerful angry earth coating is damage against angry earth, because it looks like, we might need some of that for real life, because earth is looking a little angry right now. Moving on, so let's look at the equipment. While exploring and fighting creatures, you find and acquire equipment items that can be used immediately. They provide you at a certain level, and you're able to equip them. Each equipment item has a few features in common that determine how powerful the item is. So as we talked about this before, all items are going to have a gear score and a tier system. Now it looks like if they're common, they will have no perks. If they're uncommon, which is the green, they'll have 1 perk. If they're rare, which is the blue, they'll have 2 perks. And if they are purple, which is the epic, they will have 3 perks. Again, the color system that most of us are used to when it comes to these types of tier system games. Third feature is the item gem slot. There will be jewel crafters in the game that will be able to specify certain types of jewels. I can only imagine that it's probably going to be something like World of Warcraft, if I can use something in reference to. So you start out with a lower tier of gem, and then you rank it up, and it increases the stats of that gem depending on how you what's needed. Anyone can socket a gem into an item, but the gemstones must be first cut by a skilled jewel crafter. So socketed gemstones cannot be removed, but the majority of the cases they can be replaced. Each piece of armor that you wear, it contributes to your overall equipment load. So there are 3 states. There's light, normal, and heavy. So if you're a light character, if you're wearing all light armor, you're going to be more evasive. You're going to be faster. You're going to be able to just kind of get that Legolas type feel. If you're wearing more normal gear, you're going to have more of a normal play style. You're not going to be too fast, not going to be too slow. It's kind of like that normal state. If you're wearing heavy gear, you're going to be very slow, but you're going to take much less damage from melee attacks. So they will also be bringing in named legendaries. Again, this really reminds me of Diablo, looking at this in terms of design, at least at first glance. During your adventures in Aeternum, you may find a variety of named or legendary items unlike regular items. Named and legendary items have curated perks and fixed gear scores. Some of them come with pre-socketed gems, while the most reliable way to acquire these named or legendary items is to take on what I'm probably going to think is going to be the world bosses or the big challenges that Aeternum has to offer. Now, those legendary items can be found for players of any level, so you don't have to be max level to find the legendary. If you're in a group and you're taking on something hard, maybe a hard invasion, I would assume maybe a max level invasion, has a chance to drop a legendary, and you're like, starting out, you have a chance to get a legendary. So that's kind of good to know. Like weapons and armor, trinkets have their own subset perks that offer benefits unique to the trinket. So bags increase the amount of weight you can carry in your inventory, and they have their own sets of perks as well. So looking at this, you can see we have an infused leather porter duffel, which is a bag. A porter duffel made from infused leather greatly improves incumbents at a cost of mobility. So we got our tier systems showcasing kind of the rings, the gold rings of Crafts of Fortune, increase the chance to craft higher quality items, or +5 smelting roll bonus and +5 damage absorption. You got the Platinum Steward's Amulet, 430 gear score. Steward 3, you got basically health, you got durability, you got +4 minimum jewel crafter crafted item quality. I'm not sure how well this is going to be utilized if you're just making stuff. And we have the Orichalcum Earring of Ice. which is epic. Now this is nice. You know, increases frostbite resistance, which is good. It's got a high gear score. It's got life leech. It's got critical damage, and it's got strike ward, 5% damage absorption. So this would be good. You know, if you're out there in the wilderness and you see somebody with this and they got the legendary and all this stuff, you might want to run. I'm just saying. So there you go. We'll have to see what else they release, and I will definitely stay on top of it to the best of my ability for you guys to kind of go over it. My overall opinion is that I think that it's pretty basic in my mind. Like, there's nothing here that is like game breaking or new or fresh. It's more or less systems that we're already used to, systems that we've already seen, and this is the direction they want to take it. It just depends. I'm not actually in the game, so I don't know how it actually plays out. I can only go off of what I'm reading here. But so, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys think this is cool? Is it working out? Is it something you can vibe with, or is this something that is not making you excited at all? So let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Keep your boy going. I'll check you guys in the next video. This is your man, D to the E. Peace out.